Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers, Southern thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to the L3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy Mango, South Florida, and today's date is Sunday, February 28th, 2021. So March is just the next day. Ooh, time flies when you're having fun, right? Yeah, so I'm at downtown saloon located at 10 South New River Drive in Hartford, Lauderdale, Florida, along the New River, right next to the courthouse in Broward County Jail. Well, speaking of issues, this has been going, I just got this, I don't know if it hasn't worked out yet, but it's from Erickson Herald. I'll give him a shout out to him. With an honor, it was to speak with activist devil dog Ken O'Keefe. Ken is currently dealing with local cops in Pasco County, which Port Richey Police Department, 727-816-1919, failing to release his impounded vehicle and property. Any phone calls on his behalf would be appreciated. And of course, he thanks Zolia Moon for sharing this information. It looks like they're working on it, but you know what? I would still bust their chops anyway. Go, but where's your merits on refuse and return his assets? Where's your due process? Don't tell me Homeland Security said so. Pasco County's finest, right? Or Port Richey's finest. Bend over and look the boots of tyranny. So it's something you gotta look at. And I have examined Ken O'Keefe's work, and he's very anti-New World Order, Zionism, tyranny, and all that. So he's being punished at this moment. Hopefully, he'll be hopefully after the show's done, it will be been resolved. If not, give him a call. Especially everyone in Florida. Why? Why are you harassing a good man like Ken O'Keefe? Explain that to me, sir. Because remember, all these governmental delegates think they're smarter than everybody else, and they better listen to their masters, except for the people themselves. Well, also I'm gonna leave it at that. So, the phone number for Port Richey Police Department, 727-816-1919, and let them know. Give Mr. Ken O'Keefe's assets back. You got no business on seizing this stuff in bad faith. Plain and simple. All right, well, enough of that. There's a couple of things I'm going to be talking about here. And this one here is came out from naturalnews.com. It says here, Pentagon reports a third of U.S. troops declining Wuhan coronavirus vaccine. I wonder why. This is by Raymond Toomey. It says here, Department of Defense said that about one-third of U.S. military troops have declined to get the Wuhan coronavirus vaccine. Top Pentagon officials commented that despite this percentage, the majority of the armed forces had accepted the jab. They reiterated that efforts to educate troops on the importance of the vaccines would be continued, in line with officials aiming to vaccinate the entire armed forces. Acting Defense Secretary for Homeland Defense and Global Security, Bob Salas, laid down military COVID-19 vaccination figures during the February 17th House Committee on Armed Services hearings of the almost 916,000 doses administered to the Pentagon personnel. 359,000 have received the initial dose. Meanwhile, 147,000 have completed the vaccine's two-dose regimen. Assas told lawmakers during the hearing that vaccination for the DoD civilian, military, and contractor workforce will probably happen sometime in late July or August of 2021. Joint Chief of Staff Vice Director for Operations Major General Jeff Taliaferro, said vaccination acceptance rates in the military amounted to thirds of the force's headcount. Our initial look on the early data is that acceptance rates are somewhere in the 2/3 territory. End of the course, it varies by the different groups, he told lawmakers. National Guard Bureau Operations Head Major General Stephen Nordhaus seconded Taliaferro's estimate. He said that the National Guard had a vaccine acceptance rate of 2/3 to 70%, which mirrored that of the military. Taliaferro commented that military officials want personnel to get vaccinated against COVID-19 and said they will bolster efforts to encourage vaccination, he told legislators. Believe that the vaccine is the right thing to do, is clearly safe for service members, and we need to continue to educate our force and accept them, understand the benefits. Understand the benefits. Okay, yeah. In the name of the state, hallelujah, right? The U.S. military is administering the Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines, which were both given emergency use authorization by the Food and Drug Administration. Yeah, of course, FDA, right? The Epoch Times has reached out to the Pentagon for comment on the matter. Outside of the medical field, vaccine hesitancy is also gaining ground in the armed forces. Also on February 17th, Pentagon spokesman John Kirby told Politico and other news outlets that the DoD did not have a system in place for monitoring vaccinations among groups. Furthermore, the department did not specify how many soldiers declined the COVID-19 jab, but he debunked rumors that the Pentagon is withholding information from the general public. Nobody is hiding data. We don't have a system in place across the services to specifically track data with the respect to those individuals who, for whatever reason, are declined, Kirby said. Of course, continue on here. Based on the testimonies by the Pentagon officials, it appears that the vaccine hesitancy is rising in the armed forces. Doubts regarding the Wuhan coronavirus jabs have been around in the medical field as anti-vaccination organization, Children's Health Defense, pointed out. The anti-vaccine group referenced a survey conducted from September 2020 to October 2020 that asked more than 1,000 healthcare workers in the metropolitan Los Angeles. The survey results showed that 66.5% of respondents attempted to delay vaccination for COVID-19, preferring to review available safety information before getting the jab. Many of the healthcare workers cited about concerns about the vaccines expedited development for delaying their immunization. The death of 3 medical professionals following their vaccination with the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine bolsters medical workers' doubt regarding the vaccine. 3 American health workers joined the ranks of those who suffered serious reactions from the jab. Nurse A. Jenna Moore was found dead in her car after driving home from work. The Ohio medical worker's death came within 48 hours after she was vaccinated against COVID-19, which her employer required. Moore had not known comorbidities, but had reported experiencing nausea and migraine. Her brother, Jacob Gregory, said he believes the nurse's aide got the Pfizer BioNTech jab. Radiologic technician Tom Zook passed away after getting his second dose of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. The California medical worker was excited to get the second dose, which he received, but he complained of abdominal pain and difficulty breathing 2 hours later. Zook was subsequently admitted to his workplace emergency room when he was transferred to a different hospital where he died. Dr. Gregory Michael died after receiving his first jab of the Pfizer BioNTech jab. The Florida obstetrician developed an autoimmune disorder after being vaccinated, later dying of a stroke even before undergoing a last-ditch procedure for his condition. Michael's wife, Heidi Neckelman, said his death was 100% linked to the vaccine. Vaccine News has more plans to vaccinate the armed forces against COVID-19. Go to vaccines.news. Of course, you got your sources here, Epoch, Politico, all that. And it is disturbing indeed, folks. This is why people want to learn everything before they take it. That's going to have a different effect to it. I'm not too crazy about these vaccines, which is like a 99% recovery, 99% plus recovery of the COVID-19. But too many people in the past have been, have compromised health, and they died from that. So nothing to laugh about, but a lot of people, the reason why they call it a hoax is because of all the propaganda they try to shove down our throats. I always look at all angles on this, and I know I'm not the only one. It's a real shame they want to have you assume before I lay down everything on his face, prima facie. Everyone has the right to know everything of these these medicines, the vaccines. If you don't give it to them, well, people are going to doubt you guys. Question everything. Like I said in my past episodes, every infection has an Achilles heel. Mother Nature is a lot more complex than what it is. I haven't taken it, and I may not do it. Always got to strengthen your immune system. There's a lot of natural remedies out there. I post stuff like this in the past. All you got to do is a little looking, folks. And I'm glad I pay homage to the ones in the armed forces that refuse to take it, which is very good. That's why we always got to pay attention. This is the road to technocracy. And many folks don't like that. But I don't care. It's the damn truth, as far as I'm concerned, until you prove me wrong. In good faith. I'm going to do one more here. This one just came out of GreatGameMedia.com. Came out today. New evidence revealed FBI and NYPD involvement in the assassination of Malcolm X. According to new evidence, the death of civil rights activist Malcolm X was a conspiracy planned and executed by the NYPD and FBI. Malcolm X was assassinated by them 56 years ago in Harlem. New evidence is the letter written by an undercover police officer who was involved in this operation. The police officer named Ray Wood was on his deathbed when he confessed it was a conspiracy by the NYPD and the FBI. Ray Wood written his confession in a letter. As per the confession made by Ray, he was also involved in the conspiracy. His responsibility was to arrest Malcolm X's security detail a few days before the assassination. Malcolm X was shot dead in Harlem in February 1965. Ray was supposed to ensure that there was no door security for Malcolm X at the Abaddon Ballroom where he was assassinated. After Ray Wood wrote this letter, Malcolm X's daughter are asking to reopen the murder investigation. They are getting support from Ray's family members and Ben Crumb, who is a high-profile civil rights attorney, which I'm not too fond of. Mr. Crumb, he's more of an opportunist, with all due respect, based on some of his actions. Looks like it says here. So we're just saying, what we're trying to do is talk about restorative justice is as lawyers try to pursue relentless justice, said attorney Ray Hamlin on behalf of the legacy of Malcolm X. Dr. Betty Shabazz on behalf of his family, his lineage, who is here. On Monday, the FBI responded by releasing the following statement on the reopening of the investigation. The FBI's New York field office is aware of recent reporting regarding the circumstances surrounding Malcolm X's death. Over the past several months, we have worked cooperatively within the Manhattan District Attorney's Office to assist in this review of the matter and provide relevant documents in the FBI holdings. Today's FBI stands for the noble pursuit of justice and will continue to support the review in any way we can. The NYPD also responded on Saturday. Several months ago, the Manhattan District Attorney initiated a review of the investigation and prosecution that resulted in 2 convictions for the murder of Malcolm X. Patsies, I call them. The NYPD has provided all available records relevant to that case to the District Attorney. The department remains committed to assist with that review in any way. So, a lot of deep state stuff here, and a couple of people got some interesting links you should check out on the comments. But support Great Game India. And like I said, like when people ask me about him, he made his mistakes, which is human. Okay, he has his faults in the past. He took responsibility for his actions, and he started learning things. The corruption of the Nation of Islam. He saw some stuff he wasn't too thrilled about, and he was considered a threat. Of course, when he went to Ramadan, he opened his eyes. There's a lot of people with blonde hair, blue eyes were worshiping the same God as him. He had an opportunity to make that way, but he was considered a big threat. Is the Nation of Islam possibly involved? Yeah, it is a big possibility. But I'm not going to say they were involved, but they may have some knowledge, along with the FBI and the NYPD. Even though I'm not crazy about Spike Lee, but I do agree with him on that. When he said about the FBI, when he believed the FBI were involved, I'm not going to argue with him on that topic at all. When you make impact, people listen. And you're considered a threat. That's what happened to this gentleman. You can agree with him or not. He took the initiative to see things in a bigger picture. And I do agree his case needs to be open. But when it comes to the FBI, just look at the name in Washington, D.C. J. Edgar Hoover Building. J. Edgar Hoover's FBI building. Okay? If you heard some of my past episodes, I narrated an article one time, his ties with the Nazi connections, with Nazi Germany. Because he was a Nazi sympathizer. That's how he got his power. He learned from them. So, I'm not going to have my hopes too high. However, this case needs to be reopened. See how many other more perpetrators are involved. May it still be forever free. And that will be it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share us throughout your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, if there's something that's interesting you want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to Decorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of these articles on my speaker page. If you want to contact me, you can hit me at LokiLuck03@protonmail.com. Or if you want to send some donations, you can hit me at paypal.me or cash.app/LokiLuck3. If you want to support Natural News and Giant India Media, that'd be deeply appreciated. So give them some love as well. All right. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.